This is weird. I've never recorded a video with other people, but so this is the podcast with all the graduates. Well, some aren't actually graduating, but it's like they're all third years basically. So let's start with some introductions.
Oh, so my name is Jamie. I'm studying chemical engineering, but I've got one more year left.
I'm Chloe. I'm a second year maths student, but this is my third year at uni.
I'm Henry. I'm in third year and I do physics.
Janice, I study psychology in third year and I'm graduating this year.
You do physics?
Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah,
crap!
man. What do you
Oh
think
man,
I
like
did?
okay. I had no. I thought you were like a business student or something.
Like
Yeah.
everyone else.
But anyways, so today obviously we just have some sushi and we're just gonna do like a mukbang podcast thing because I feel like it'll be kind of nice to just eat and talk. So yeah. Anyways, let's eat. Try some of this.
Oh, there's one in front of you.
Yeah, do you want to use some of this?
Oh, you can
I got
open
to
it.
make some.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Cheers. Oh sorry.
Find that sushi menu. It always breaks my heart in the game.
Mm-hmm. So uni experiences. Let's share. A lot of people were gonna ask about how you should manage your time between your degree, social life, and that kind of stuff. Thoughts? I'm a really bad podcast host.
That's all right. I guess a lot of it is about, well, I
Using
mean,
your time wisely.
when I was in first year, I only had 4 hours a day of lectures, and then after lunch, I'd go home and I'd play League of Legends or go have a nap. So,
okay.
so I wasn't really using my time that wisely. I could have done a lot more things, but
Did you go lectures though?
yeah, I did go to lectures though.
Oh, okay. At least you went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean everyone's different. Some
Yeah.
people can, some people don't.
With me, I try my best to go in for 9 every day. Even if I
Oh.
don't have lectures. I try my
Okay.
best to go in at 9.
Mhm.
Spend my time at the library most of the time, even if I have lectures. I don't really remember my lectures, okay?
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, and just make sure, I guess if you do your, say, 9 to 5 at uni during the week, then you get a lot done. You
Mm.
actually do. I don't do that much work on the weekends.
Yeah, you
Neither do I.
don't do work in the evenings
Yeah,
either.
But it's enough.
Me too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's enough. Like, you do
Yeah.
your 9 to 5 at uni, and
sure.
I guess it's enough, and then exam time is a different story. So. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna split this into like a degree section and then like social and then like miscellaneous for whatever they want to talk about. So yeah. Anyways, Henry, time management advice because I know you seshed a lot.
I don't actually search that much, man. I don't search that much.
First year.
First year, I didn't.
What's
Compared
second?
to some people, I didn't even search that much. I did a lot of gaming actually.
Oh, first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what I did with my time. Actually, to be honest, I remember going to lectures like just turning up and then I just fall asleep. I'll be honest with that.
Have you ever actually fallen asleep in lectures?
Yeah.
Too many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
loads of
oh,
times.
But then these days, like the early lectures in third year, I just don't even make it, even though I live like 5 minutes away, which is weird because I'm close because I lived in Bradley Park last year, which is
Oh,
further.
okay.
It's like 25 minutes. And this year I lived at PMC, so it's much closer, and I don't make the lectures, which is.
I stopped looking at my timetable at one point because I was just like, I'm not going to do it.
Do you guys just watch your lecture recordings back then?
Never.
So do you not think
I don't
lectures are like
record that much,
worth it?
They record everything.
Really?
Yeah. But it's just useless, like
Oh, yeah.
So how do you learn materials?
through the slides.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
just
you
look at
don't,
the
you don't think
slides.
lectures are like worth your time basically?
Not really, no.
You don't learn well in lectures?
Unfortunately,
You
no.
do CS anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's more like practical, like hands-on stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but for exam, there's actually like a surprising amount of theory.
I
Yeah.
don't remember anything from comic time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, just the tears.
I did have time first year, and then I switched to maths.
What about psychology? How was that like?
So I don't have
Synthesis.
that many hours. I probably I have like 9 or 10 a whole week. So like I guess I have a lot of time on my hands. But to be honest, I don't think uni is like all about like your degree. So like my time is split based on like prioritizing what I think is important at uni. And I
Mhm.
don't think my degree takes up that much of my time. I'd say like maybe like 65%. I don't think going to uni should just be for uni. So I think in first year I did a lot of sports. So I did basketball and volleyball. So I did a lot of that, and then yeah. And then I think I did do like a lot of. I could have done a lot of extra reading because that's why you have so much time. It's a lot of extra reading. But I prefer having like recording. I mean like studying at home and things because like I don't like doing things in the morning. I prefer doing things in the evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like I'm more of an evening person and I just do work at night, which I prefer. So it's good that I have to go in basically.
That's good, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think in first year you can spend more time doing whatever you want. So if you want to sesh or whatever.
100%.
Yeah.
Because
social
first year don't
life.
count. And in second year,
Yeah.
spend more time on your course, and in
Mhm.
third year, you get used to spending more time.
I feel like I spent too much time on my degree on first semester, and I just banged that. But now, like second semester, I was like, okay, that's the wrong way to approach it. Let me
Yeah.
just do everything. Yeah.
40% is the goal, man.
Huh?
40%.
No, but I don't know, because I was just like, if I'm paying $9,000, I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
go
get
You should make the most out of it. Yeah, exactly. Because if you're not, as well as if you're not going to lectures, like. Because I barely have any lectures. One lecture of mine is so expensive, technically, because I barely have any. Like, legit, for the whole year, I don't have that many lectures. So if I don't go to one, that's like a lot of money that I'm just like,
Yeah.
missing out on. So I was like, might as well go to them,
But I feel like for lectures, it's like you're going to uni. You're not really paying for the lectures.
You're paying
You're
for
paying for-
Moodle, the library.
Exams.
The most expensive software.
Don't know what we're paying for. It's just like the whole
You're paying for Moodle in the
experience.
library.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for.
And the big thing of it is just a case of which lectures you find useful. I mean, some of the lectures might be really useful. Some of them you're just going to fall asleep in. So like, you need to find which ones you actually find useful and you're actually going to gain anything from.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
then,
oh.
yeah, go on. So,
So like, you know how you guys didn't really go lectures? Well,
Yeah.
I started lectures as well. Is there any like academic regrets? So like, maybe you wish you worked harder on your degree, or like picked a different one, or like picked a different one.
I guess
as well.
I can answer that.
Yeah.
Well, before I went to uni, I was debating between maths and comp sci anyway,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, I've never done comp sci before. I may as well try.
Oh.
I tried.
Oh.
I didn't like it, so
Yeah.
I changed back to maths. But at least I tried,
Yeah.
and at least I found out that I didn't like it.
So it is as an academic regret then.
Yes and no. Yes and no. You learn different things from.
I feel like with computer science, it's like something that you don't really just go into and try. Because
Well, clearly.
yeah. No, but that's not a dig at you. That's because my friend changed from chemistry to to computer science, and he's never done computer science before.
And then.
Oh, he's getting he's getting violated. Like, yeah.
Plain and simple.
But I think it's just like also you're not wasting, but like that's a whole year
Mm.
that you're spending out. Like that's you could do a master's.
well, yeah, it's $9,000.
Your path would have been completely different.
Yeah.
Because you want to do a year abroad, right?
In Hong Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I planned for 4 years of uni anyway, so
'Cause
it's
that
not
was your-
extending anything. I
Mm.
plan to graduate in 2020, either way. So
Fair enough.
But for other people, I guess, like
Yeah.
if I would have changed course, then like that would have been a whole year that would have gone out.
Yeah, it's a lot of money these days.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
It's-
Student loans.
it's
Student
there's
loans.
so much
Student
there
loans is
anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
a fraud.
How do you plan to sort your debt out?
I think we actually talk about it quite a lot. The fact that because it comes out immediately, providing that you earn above the threshold,
Mhm.
then technically you don't really realize it come out. That's what a lot of people say because it comes out automatically,
Mhm.
so you don't really realize it anywhere. And it really is, unless you earn like 100k, it's not going to be that noticeable, right? Basically, so like, and technically most people don't pay it off within because after 30 years it cuts off anyway.
Yeah.
So most people don't pay off anyway. So I think that like we talk about quite like that just to if you get out as much maintenance as you can,
Mhm.
that's the better way to do it technically, despite there's interest and you have to pay it back.
You get more out of it.
You get
Yeah,
more
I
of
agree,
it,
yeah.
yeah. And like you can use that money for interest anyway when you get it. Because there's just interest through like bank accounts and stuff like that.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of balances it all out and I think you get more of it, yeah. Because if you don't pay it back then that's just free money basically.
Because one perspective I saw, some guy got interviewed and he was like, because it's 9% of your income.
Yeah,
So that's like, whoa.
but that's
9%? That's a tax. For 30 years, that's a tax.
Isn't it 9% of
above,
above?
yeah, above
26K.
threshold. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
up there.
That's
So there's a
still
threshold
good
bit.
So if you earn 26k, then you only pay back 9% of was it
The threshold's
£1,000?
It's 26. I
25.
think it's 26 or 26.5.
Oh, so say you earn 27k, it's only 9% of £500.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
So
That's never gonna get paid off
Is
though.
that-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually no pays off unless you do.
Yeah.
yeah,
100K,
interest is only
like-
going up. So you
That's
know.
right.
They're trying to change the law so you have to pay, the threshold's lower and you have to pay,
Mhm.
the 30 years is getting extended to like
Mm.
50 years.
Great.
So, yeah. Something
Oh.
like that. Something
Oh,
like
my
I
chest.
think I'll even lift it 50 past
Just because of that, it's gonna give you
Yeah.
heart disease. What about you? Academic regrets.
academic. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I worked less hard.
None like. Yeah.
Excuse me.
But I think I've gotten a grade I want. I think so.
That's
I
cool.
can't complain, can I?
So
Yeah.
you would have chosen the degree.
I don't think so, to be honest.
So
I'm pretty happy with my degree.
in terms of like career-wise, though, do you think that doing physics, because we don't want to go into
Research.
stuff like that, right?
Not really. I think I've had enough stuff like that.
But you're happy you
I
still
think
picked.
That- yeah, I'd say so because it gave me a lot of transferable skills, and I came to uni for like not just the degree. I came to grow as a person.
Yeah.
So
You don't think the degree defines like your
yeah,
uni? Yeah, I agree. So
I chose physics because I enjoyed it at school. So
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
maybe I could have picked something more applicable like engineering, but
Mm.
engineering is kind of dead. I've heard. Oh,
Well, I guess that was where, is that where I come in?
Can you speak up? Speak. Make it louder for the mic.
Engineering is a respectable degree.
Yeah.
I think
but
engineering is
I've
a
heard
really
it's,
good degree.
Yeah,
Like based on like job
It's hard.
prospects, like
yeah.
doing
It's more
engineering.
diverse.
Doing
Like,
engineering, you can
it's
get
diverse.
any
A lot of
single
the
job.
tech roles accept
basically,
engineering
yeah.
degrees.
I think that's a really good degree.
So I guess because I'm doing chemical engineering, I only did it because basically I didn't do physics at A level, so I was kind of restricted. I could only do chemical engineering. So
Yeah.
so if I'd done physics, then I would have considered doing say mechanical engineering or aerospace engineering or electrical engineering because I guess most people find them more interesting. Or,
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it depends on the person, but so that's obviously one. I wouldn't say regret, but that's something that I was limited by. And then I guess the other thing that wouldn't I say is a regret, but I had the choice of doing an industrial placement or not.
Mhm.
So I'm doing that now, and I come back for my final year next year, and it puts you back by a year. But then obviously you get a whole year worth of work experience, and yes,
What
I
year
don't
are
know.
you in next year, Jamie?
So I'll technically be in year 5.
That's
Oh,
bad.
right.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
what?
So I've done 3 years,
Yeah.
and then I'm doing my industrial placement as my 4th year. And I
Oh.
come back for my 5th year, which is my integrated master's year.
So have you already graduated?
No, it's one big undergrad basically.
Oh, okay.
Could have done medicine.
Uh,
Parents have been proud.
What about you?
Me,
Yeah.
psychology.
Would you change?
I did think about like before uni it was either psychology or law,
Mhm.
but then I don't think that there's necessarily justice, because of how the criminal justice system works, and that's mainly why I didn't pick to do law,
Mhm.
because that's another debate. But yeah, I think yeah, because I don't think psychology and doing a degree makes up your whole uni experience, as you said. So I don't think that there's a regret in that, to be honest. But
Mhm.
it is probably not that employable, to be fair. It's okay. It's okay.
So,
Do
so
you
if
get
you,
much experience then?
I think
Outside.
it's very similar with you. I think there's a lot of transferable skills, and if you do end up doing further study in it, it does do very well. So yeah. So there's a lot of transferable skills, and I think it's misconception of psychology being like a social science and being very unscientific, but it's actually a science, and there's like a lot of there is data analysis in it and stats and things involved as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's people don't know that, and probably that's the same case in the job world. Maybe that's why it's less employable.
One thing I don't regret is that I know what I want to do, and it's not related to anything like comp sci or whatever. So I don't regret changing because what I want to do is not related to it. So I don't necessarily need skills or knowledge from before
That's
to do
fair.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
we mentioned earlier, like a lot of graduate roles, for example, if you look at the graduate schemes, a lot of them, like even with Big Four, Deloitte and KPMG, they might have like a software engineering graduate scheme, but they always say any degree discipline accepted. So I mean, it's just about looking at what specifically. I mean, a lot of people don't know what they want to do, but if you do, just do the research early and make sure you know like what type of degrees are relevant towards the career you're looking at.
Yeah, don't get too hung up on what degree you did in terms of job prospects. I think when it comes down to it and you search for jobs, a lot of jobs are like
It's quite
oh,
diverse. It's
any-
like business
any-
related,
yeah, any
engineering
degree,
related.
like better. And obviously there's a lot of you can just do a lot of your own like sort of out of your academic like studying. Like I know people who do like coding like as like not like hobby, but also like because but like also because they know it's useful. Like you don't have to do it as your whole degree. You know, you could do psychology and then do coding because you know that's going to be useful just for everyone. So so much stuff you can do. Yeah, like or people do like languages and stuff like that.
Can you neuro-linguistically program people?
Yeah, I mean.
So make sure you do a lot of extracurricular stuff. Because like
Yeah.
these days, everyone's getting a 2-1. And that's like
Everyone's getting
that's the main goal
Yeah.
for a lot of people. So if most people are getting 2-1s, then you have to set yourself apart.
Do you think the first is like worth the work?
I think
If you're
depends.
capable of it, then
Depends on your personal goals as well.
yeah.
Is it really worth it for you? That's time and stress when you could be doing something else.
I don't really think that you could be getting a first, but have no experience anything. You could just be really shy, not confident and everything, and that's not going to set you apart from anyone really just because you got a first, unless you're doing like really like research based stuff. But even like research roles and things, you still need that like social people skills, or like you know like that kind of stuff.
You heard it here first. Go for the 2-1 and settle. So, what were you surprised by or caught you off guard when you came to uni? Degree-wise, like.
Degree-wise.
Degree-wise.
Well, we'll get to expectations versus reality
Okay.
socially later.
That you don't have to go to lectures anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the big one.
Yeah, because for me the biggest surprise was like everything was just so unstructured. Like, because you know how at school, okay, be here at this time and leave at this time and do these lessons.
I totally did not skip my school classes.
Oh, okay.
I had to go to because I went to I didn't go to a sixth form. My school wasn't a sixth form, so I went to college. I only went in for my my lessons, so it was kind of like uni.
College is quite flexible.
Yeah, so I only went in. I didn't have like assembly registration. I just went in for my lesson. I could go home. Yeah, so I kind of had that pre-uni experience kind of before that freedom before uni. So in that sense, it was kind of like similar.
Yeah. Also, surprisingly, uni lectures are not like teachers. They don't teach you anything.
Yeah.
They
Agreed.
just point out a board, they read it, and then it's
Agreed.
like
90%.
yeah. But I understand it though because it's like there's so many people in the room. You can't really like
Yeah.
engage everyone.
They don't really care, really, do they?
No, they don't because they're there for research.
They
They don't have to like.
yeah.
They just have to teach because
Yeah.
of what it is, but it's like that's not what they want to do or like to do necessarily. A lot of people don't like doing that just because they have to.
They know
Yeah.
that only 50% of people turn up, or maybe even less. So
Oh,
Right,
they
So-
know that. So
did
It's a
you?
bit sad.
One of our lecturers.
which one?
Let me not name it, but for anyone that's on the course, you'll know. But yeah, too many details already. No, but at the end of it, at one point it was just like what 7 people out of like 100 something going to his lecture.
Which module was this?
I.
Was he just terrible then? Like,
He just read off the slide and he couldn't formulate sentences properly.
Oh no.
because some people, like, even though they mainly read off slides, some people are bad at reading off slides.
Yeah, he was one of those. He spoke like he had like a full stop at every.
It's as
2
if they
words.
copy and paste it off Google.
Oh no! He's actually really smart, but it's just because he's quite fresh, so it's like it's understandable.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know how to be less harsh, but like
Yeah, that's true.
he seemed like a nice guy.
We had that with like one of our few like first year lectures. Like no one went because no one could understand the lecturer, and we'd go to a different lecturer to ask.
Oh
confirm
really?
About like
You know who I like?
Oh. So she makes other lectures that she records in her
Yeah, it's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
because those are actually so helpful.
Yeah, because she explains everything.
Anyways, right, let's move on to the social aspect. Oh wait, actually no. Before I do that, let me go check the camera again. And Ella, would you like me to put together a plate of sushi for you?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm not that hungry.
Are you sure?
You guys finished it all. It's
Hello,
fine.
why are you not joining?
You having fun?
No worries.
Some comments I'm like, I wish I kind of wish that I would.
Della.
But then it's
Come
like,
on.
next time.
I'm not thinking Della.
Will that be a
Yeah.
next time?
I said the first thing as well.
Yeah, the
right?
first thing, because the stuff that you said, I kind of disagree with, because like I would say like I feel as if first year is very important. Like I'm kind of glad that you are putting effort in because it will help you a lot in the
First
next 2 years.
Mm.
Yeah, because the first year is to set your boundary. Like
Yeah.
even though you want to get that pass, is more about that. It's more about like understanding the content, so you can. It's a lot easier for you the years
And
after.
that's the whole point why it doesn't count as like a year
But-
most of the time, because it's meant to be so everyone's on the same standard, right?
Yeah,
Because if you don't
So
know
you
it, then
actually
you
get it,
can't
'cause
really
you're gonna
set
be
up
so
your
lost then
foundations.
the years
At the same time though, like if you go to if you do a course that where lectures are important,
Mhm.
if you for example if you like black your way through high school and sixth form and you don't go to any lectures, then you're not bringing in the work ethic into your second and third year, and that means that if you're not bringing that work ethic in, you're not going to translate it into good results for your or when it matters.
Yeah.
Also, what do you do if you don't go to lectures anyway? Like,
I
what
think
do you
it's
do
a
with the
large
time? There's so much
habit,
time.
I'm always so stressed.
YouTube.
Like, what do people do if you don't go to lectures? Like,
What
it's
about-
like,
I'm sleeping usually.
but like, don't you feel
I'm
like,
not
don't
sleeping.
you feel
12
like
hours
you feel
plus a
just
day.
really unproductive, and it's like, this is like precious time you're wasting. Like, I think like now, like uni, because you're never gonna get this time again.
Mhm.
Then when you start working, it's just like, oh, you just work all day long, and then it's
You're
like,
gonna find it hard when you work.
yeah, we have so
You're
much
gonna
time
sleep
now. I
that
feel like
Oh, working.
it's so valuable.
I worked one shift at some restaurant.
I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy.
I
my
cannot
time
do
now, I
physical
guess.
labor. It's not. I'm
Yeah,
not
what do you
cut out for it.
mean?
It's so long.
Trying to make the most because I'm a night owl as well. So like getting up at 9.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. But like, yeah.
I usually work at night as well.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
So I got told to do like an expectations versus reality, but like more social on the social side. What do you guys think about like you're expected to not expected, but like freshers generally just go out every night.
You're expected to go.
Your experiences with that?
I did not go out every night.
I didn't go.
I actually went out less than I thought I would.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I don't really like this.
Yeah, me either.
It's just like I don't feel comfortable with these random people, like going out and like socializing with people you don't even know.
You're really forced to socialize in
Yeah.
the first week of
They
uni.
really
Oh, yeah,
encourage
yeah.
it.
And it's so forced. Everything you don't feel
Yeah.
natural. So I don't
Mhm.
think like.
They really encourage it, especially in halls. It's like, oh, buy a ticket to
Oh,
this,
yeah, you
buy a
don't
ticket to
forward,
that,
yeah.
and it's like, do I want to spend my money on this?
Fair enough. So would you say like don't feel so pressured to like,
Yeah, it's
especially
fine.
freshers week? Don't.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
mean, yeah, like
Gone.
oh, okay, so like I mean, I don't know how some people are before they come to uni. So some
Yeah.
people have never had alcohol before in their life.
Exactly.
And so some people get absolutely
Oh,
crazy when they
that's true.
arrive
Yeah,
at
yeah.
alcohol. Whereas like myself, like I've had the odd experience, but I don't go crazy. So like
Yeah.
I know what my limits are,
Mm.
and like
Yeah.
I know
That's
like if I want to go, if I don't want to go out another night, but everyone else is, I can just say I'm gonna stay in tonight.
Mhm.
Or if
Right.
that's your thing, like clubbing is your thing. 'Cause some people
Yeah.
don't club before uni, so I know some
Oh,
people.
I didn't go clubbing before.
Yeah. Also, it's your first experience at uni. Yeah. Did you like? Would you say
Well,
you
how
liked
did
it
you
then?
find it?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like a big house party
big
with
one.
like music that you can't control. So it's not clubbing isn't really my thing, but like I like it occasionally. Like if you go with the right people.
For the
Mm.
social aspect.
Yeah.
Like we know people who haven't clubbed before, like,
Mm.
and that's their thing. You know,
Mhm.
like, and they're like they haven't clubbed before, but it's like that's like what they really enjoy. And it's like okay, fair enough. Like,
Mm.
yeah.
I'd say put yourself out there, try new things. Like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
if you haven't been
Definitely
clubbing,
try.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say the first few weeks of uni is the time to do it, and then that's when you can
Mhm.
get into your habits and know what you like.
Cause like I've a couple of friends where like they've just grown up being controlled really
Mm.
strictly, like
Oh,
helicopter
yeah.
mom. So when they got to uni, they're just like, cha, let's go, go, and then yeah, they do some dumb shit.
Yeah, I guess it depends how free you are at home though, because like
Yeah.
my parents are really chill with everything, so I never really had the urge to try anything that's like, you know, because I
Oh
found that, yeah.
god, what is this?
Squid.
Oh, oh, never had squid sushi before.
Mm.
Just actually dump this in here for a bit. Anyways, next one. How was you guys' diets like first year
Ooh.
or second year?
I lived in halls.
You didn't really get a choice, did you?
Yeah, I had to eat what was there.
Yeah, same. I mean, it depends on if you're a picky eater or not, because
Mhm.
I'm not exactly a picky eater, so I'd be happy to eat stuff every day. But I have some friends who, after first semester, they just order takeout every single night. And,
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Mm. and like it's expensive because you've already paid for the food.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like from my point of view, like I know the food's not fantastic, but what do you expect? Like they're cooking for 100 plus people.
Yeah,
every
it's
night.
hard to make nice dishes.
Yeah,
or whatever,
So, but then if you're getting takeaways, it's not exactly the best thing either.
yeah. Okay, how bad is the food in halls exactly?
It's
Because like,
awful.
I've heard it's terrible.
yeah, that's
It's
what I've heard as
absolutely
well.
awful.
It's not that bad.
Well, living self-catered then.
That's the thing with Nottingham though. There's not many self-catered halls like in terms of like
Yeah,
actual
the only
eating
one
halls.
is like Broadgate.
That's
Yeah.
not even. I wouldn't
Must
even
be
say
seen.
that's
they're
that's
all
Yeah, but that's not even like halls. That's I would say that's equivalent to Rally Park, to be honest. That's the problem. You want that people
It's more
want that
social in
unique
Broadgate Park,
experience. Do you think?
I feel yeah, because
They don't have those same like because we at Rally we still had like those like people came to still sell tickets for like freshers and then there was still like those events and things, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like in hall you don't have that sort of like social aspect because it's quite nice to be able to go to the canteen and eat together. I think.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
Actually,
I feel like that would be quite
The
nice.
catered self-catered is quite a big deal actually, because with my hall, like you have just, I mean, if the design's like a prison and like you got one room here, one room there, one room there, one here,
Yeah.
and you got 15 people per corridor, but like you meet all these people, like, and you can just go for dinner for a different person every day.
It's a lot easier to make friends, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
whereas like if you've got self-catered, you've got 5 different people in the same flat and you're stuck with them for the rest of the year, and you might not click with them, and that's the problem.
I think I'll sacrifice the socialness for having actually nice
Yeah,
food
nice
and like
food.
controlling your own like food.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's more like
I was
controlling
the-
what you want to eat
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
having someone cook something that you don't know what's gone into it or like you have to eat at a certain time as well.
But
Yeah,
dude, cooking
that's
is
right.
long. Like
No, it isn't
that's one of the things.
long.
That's one of the
Cooking
things
long.
I
It
regret.
was long
Kind
at
of.
first,
I would
yeah.
probably live in catered halls, if I could redo.
No.
first year.
Really?
Think
You would?
again.
Because I don't know. It's just like.
I mean, it's just a
I
compromise.
have to
isn't
fry
it?
an egg. I have to do washing up is the thing I hate. I love cooking. Like the cooking process, calm, but I just hate tidying up.
How are you gonna bulk up if you're going self-catered?
Yeah.
Catered.
You
How are
have to
gonna bulk
eat
up?
so early.
But you still have the pantry facilities that you can use.
It's
Which
like
has a
toaster,
microwave
isn't
and a
it?
toaster, and that's it.
Is it? Wait.
You're not allowed
Did-
to bring a
There's no hob.
You know for the
There's microwave.
catered food, can't you just go up for seconds?
Yeah.
You
if-
can,
If you
but-
go after a certain time, like within the dinner
Yeah,
time period,
sometimes
then
they are a bit funny about
Isn't the
it.
portions really small, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good luck, mate.
I think.
No, my maintenance is so low.
Also, it's like you might as well start in first year if you're going to start in second year and third year. You might as well get used to where you have the time.
No, but it's a different experience because
Yeah.
I feel like socially it is actually a lot better to live in halls.
Yeah,
Socially,
I
yeah.
agree.
Like
I feel like a lot of people find their very good friends through halls more than
exactly.
if they're
Yeah.
staying self-catered.
I guess it depends on person. It depends on who you are as a person. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're very willingly to talk to people, right?
I think the big thing is it's just a compromise between how much you want good food and how much you want
To
to socialise.
socialise,
Good
yeah.
food.
Also, like if you just live in a flat, it's like the people that you get dealt with in the beginning. That's who you're gonna be with for the whole year. So if you don't like them, game.
Do you not like your? Do you not like your?
No, I like my housemate.
okay.
Flatmates. They're calm. Like
That's lucky then.
yeah, because I've heard some horror stories where like, oh, this bitch is stealing my food. Yeah, it's just
This is
stupid.
really, really messy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Were you quite lucky?
Yeah.
Or
Mm,
was it messy?
I'd say lucky, but it was a very quiet household,
Okay, yeah, so
Flat.
was me.
which is, I think, in terms of social aspect, I wish we was more closer and it was more loud.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
And we're back. A little technical difficulty. But yeah. Eating crap all the time. Were you guys absolutely broke, like in absolute
No.
poverty in
No.
first year?
No. I think because I didn't have to spend any money on food.
So,
I mean, I ate out a lot, but
Mhm.
yeah.
so yeah, obviously with cater for,
Mhm.
you're essentially not paying. All the money you have left over is for your own spending because
Yeah.
you've already got your meals essentially paid for, you've got your accommodation paid for.
Mhm.
So all you're buying is the money that you've got left is for nights out or
Mhm.
socializing or whatever else you want to buy.
I
So,
think
Online shopping.
you don't
I
need
don't
to
know
worry.
about you, Henry, but I think because I know like us three, we're very quite similar in terms about spending things. So I think like who you write on now for this, we don't think we're that typical for like students in terms of like how much we spend. We're
don't
quite
eat
conscious
junk
about.
food.
We don't really. We don't. Yeah.
Like,
We
honestly, in our shops, we
How-
don't buy snacks.
we haven't ordered takeaway in like I don't even remember last time
I
we ordered
ordered
takeaway.
one this year. One.
I think I won't order any this year.
I think for me, I have more student experience, but I don't go crazy as like other people like takeaways every other day. But yeah, I'd say I'm sensible with my money. Like I'm flexible to do whatever I want really.
Mm. I'd say I was the same, but the thing is, it's like I actually put that one in there because a lot of people I speak to, they're like, oh, I'm so broke.
Yeah,
Da, da, da.
I remember like.
But I'm just like, are you actually broke, or you just saying
Saying
that?
I think
Because I feel like
typical
it's-
student.
I
Like,
yeah, and it's almost like it's cool now to be broke. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like, if you have your money, you just spend it.
I think a part of it is to do with how a maintenance loan system works.
Mm.
Because if you're from a more high
Family.
income,
Mhm.
family income.
Oh, that means we're all low income then, because we don't have money for
you get less maintenance loan.
But then your
Yeah.
parent,
And then
it's
your
reliant
parent-
on your parents.
It's
to do
reliant,
it.
my
it's reliant
parents
on your
have
parents to
everything.
give you money, and
Mhm.
some parents give their children less money to spend. So
Mhm.
that's why they might be.
Yeah.
But it's like some for like rent though. Some usually it's like oh yeah, they expect your parents to pay rent, but some people use their maintenance to pay rent as well. So it's like oh your parents are like okay, I'll have to pay for your rent, and then your maintenance is like your spending money kind of thing.
Yeah, some people like because they spend their maintenance loan on loan, they have literally no spending money.
Mhm.
So that's why quite a few people take up jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys get jobs?
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't.
There's a lot of
No.
temporary jobs that
Can't
you can do
relate.
through the uni.
Oh,
I
yeah,
There are a
uni
lot of
temps, yeah.
those.
mean,
Yeah.
I applied to be a Chinese translator. Apparently, I wasn't good enough.
Those ones pay really well though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
You
things-
have to be
yeah.
native.
I mean, doing things like
I
open day,
hated-
open day helpers.
I've
Yeah,
done that.
so
Yeah. I was
very-
going to do
very
one tomorrow actually, but then because of the rain, it got cancelled. But it's pretty good because the pay is really good. It's like nearly £10 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like usually it fits around your timetable.
Yeah.
Do a lot of experiments.
Yeah. I do a lot of experiments. What I
I
do.
did a lot of experiments in first year.
Oh, at least
Like-
uni stuff.
Uni experiments.
Yeah, I did actually one.
SEDEX. It's really good.
I signed up to
I
that,
didn't
and I was
understand.
like, "Oh, come down for 2-hour session, and we'll
But
give
you
you a
get
£10
paid
It's like
voucher."
20, no, it's like £20 odd. SEDEX is
SEDEX don't give vouchers.
Yeah,
They give you
SEDEX like
cash.
cash.
Oh, is it?
It's
Oh.
really good because it's cash.
Missed opportunity.
Psychology ones, you get like £15 as well.
And some of
Like,
them may
some
give you
of
like
them.
3 fat or 2 like.
But it's like 20 minutes, you get £3.
Yeah.
Because I'm always in psychology, so it's really easy as well. So like, just like the odds.
There was like a biology one, and they were looking, or like medicine or something, and they were looking into like, do a workout for like 2 weeks and
Yeah.
eat this supplement,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, perfect, okay. I tried to sign up, and they were like, yeah. So at the end of it, the reason, because they were paying 300 something for it.
Do they
I was
have
like,
to take your blood or something?
Yes.
There's a lot
no,
of
they
people
cut
like-
they cut a chunk of your flesh out
Oh
to
my
experiment
God.
with. So I was like,
No.
no, what the hell?
Oh,
Because I asked the lady for the contract and everything. I was like, rah, like no one's touching my flesh, like.
yeah, if it's 300, that's a bit of a warning sign.
Yeah.
Because there's another study which I saw in the physics building, it's like MRI. You have to spend like so many hours in an MRI scan. That like the
That'll just give you cancer.
hourly wage that you get doesn't work out to be like minimum wage even though it's like 300 quid.
Oh, right, okay.
But contribute for science, isn't it?
Oh, okay, someone else can do it on my behalf.
Yeah.
And you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to get money. I guess.
Definitely.
I mean, linking back to your diet point though, like
Mhm.
just spending some people don't cook when they come to uni, so I have friends who just bought oven pizzas or micro meals or like things you just put in the oven. Like they've never bought like
Mhm.
fresh vegetables or fresh meat or whatever they want to cook, and so they've never like for how you can spend your money better to like for your meals. So
Videos about cooking coming out soon, so yeah, it'll be cheap as well. Anyways, sorry.
that's basically it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered from Tesco. You know, Tesco delivery is actually like the fruits and vegetables are cheaper than Lidl, and like the quality's like miles better.
Debatable, better vegetables.
We buy our groceries from different supermarkets.
Oh, we've saved a lot of money for our
Yeah.
groceries. Just make
We always get these vouchers.
just make multiple accounts and deliver it.
And then,
It's like, oh,
you know, like if you spend 60
Granny
pounds, you get like
coupon.
20 pounds.
Oh.
Hey, it's so
right?
good.
We have to
it's
be
so
Really?
really customers, and then we
You
just
pick
have
and
lots of
mix.
different emails.
Man, lie. Wait, which
Um,
one's this?
different
Like
shops.
Sainsbury's.
Yeah, because like if
Our
you just
Morrison's one,
Yeah.
I think our address got banned.
Mm-hmm.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, our Morrison's vouchers don't work anymore. Do you
We don't
remember?
have any more vouchers anyway.
No,
The
we
thing is that
tried
there's three
to.
of us, right? So you
And
make
it got
3
banned.
accounts, and then you make there's like what
We
5
did. We
supermarkets.
made new ones, and then
Perfect.
Yeah, what's wrong with not?
15. That's what 15.
I have this cut out so that we don't get done.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
But yeah,
Oh no, it's fine.
It's the
They won't pursue. Oh,
no,
they're
they
gonna call.
will. They
they
might
will-
find this
But
interesting.
it's the same household though.
It's okay. You're not on
We're not
camera.
name plugging anything.
That's what matters.
It's different accounts, different cards, just the same address. We're share. We don't. You know, we just
one
order.
person can order £60 worth.
It's like
of
£100.
food.
I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right,
My
societies
goodness.
now. Would you guys recommend joining any
On three, yeah.
societies?
3, 2,
Oh.
1. Join Abacus.
Abacus.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a society called Abacus, and it's for like British-born Chinese people.
What does it stand for, boy?
God knows.
Oh.
I learned it.
Yeah,
I learned it for like 5 seconds for the AGM, and that's it. But anyways, yeah, I mean anyone can really join, so
Yeah.
it's quite fun.
It's not just British and Chinese. It's
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you
Chinese.
guys in any other societies?
So I joined my course society just because why not?
Same.
And
First
then-
year.
And then if you're interested in sports, then or a specific sport like you want to carry on, then join that.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any specific interest you want to join, say pole dancing or poker.
Yeah.
Why is that the first one?
Why is that the first one?
Jamie.
Health benefits.
Yeah, it's actually
for the
it's so
core.
good. I wanted to get into pole dancing.
Would you?
For real?
Yeah, I would love to.
Fair play, respect.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, whatever interests you basically.
There's a lot in Nottingham, like loads of random
Yeah, there's
stuff.
so many.
And like, I think the big thing is just don't be deterred about like joining it because you've never done it before, because
Mhm.
everyone else is in the same boat as you, or at least most people will be.
Mm. Yeah.
That's fair.
In first year, I think you should just join anything, really, and not be scared about it.
Yeah, I feel like first year you just join a lot of societies, but most societies you go once and you never return again. Actually,
So I think
Oh,
you,
really?
it's
Yeah.
about, yeah, go into the taste sessions,
yeah.
see if it's your vibe. I mean, I think the best thing is to try go more than once just to see if you really will like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel pressured to like network and make friends at all? Either first year, second year.
I don't think I was pressured. I think it just happened.
First year, definitely.
It just
not.
happened.
First year was very, very like, yeah, it just
it just
happened.
happened.
I think when like second or third year, I think you feel more pressure to.
Network.
Yeah, like, and make friends just like, and like, I think in your society, it's like, you don't feel pressure to, but it's kind of like, oh, you should speak to certain people, or it's like,
Oh, yeah,
should
you
talk
form your own groups and
Yeah,
stuff,
and
yeah.
it's like, you should want to be more inclusive kind of thing as well, because
Mhm.
I know a lot of people are very like exclusive and like they don't. It's like they don't. Not like pressure. It's just like you wanna try and meet as many people as you want because
Mhm.
like you don't know whether they might be like people you actually like want to hang out with. But I think in school everything's very natural, so you're used to friendships
Yeah.
forming very naturally. But I think you need to make a lot more effort.
It's
at
a
uni.
different dynamic, yeah.
It's like completely different,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's like at school it's like people you spend loads of time with like in your lessons. But at uni it's like you want to make friends that are not just your course mates. So then you kind of have to make
Oh,
effort
yeah,
and be like,
100%,
do you want to go out for like drinks or like food or like whatever. So I think it's like a lot more effort involved.
Yeah, that's true.
You definitely have to put yourself out there.
Mm.
So what would you? Any advice for the unconfident individual?
It's a hard one, isn't it?
If you're scared to do something on your own, then bring a friend.
But
What if you don't have
yeah, what if you don't have a friend?
Because of the.
I think it's quite tough for people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends how lucky they are and if they meet
Yeah.
someone who are inclusive
Someone
enough. There's
yeah.
always need someone who's like the person that like brings like people like together. I think.
So I guess if you're one of those types of people who
Join a
ask,
society.
or if you're one of these types of people who want to ask other people or who's more willing, you should look out for those people who are like looking a bit
Yeah,
alone,
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
you should
yeah.
try
Yeah.
because I'm sure they want to join these societies, but they're not as huge. Well,
But the point with that is, like, that's like, in primary school, whatever, the teacher telling you, the popular kids, is like, oh, you should bring along this poor chum over here, like, to the activities you do, and it just doesn't happen because it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like the more you force the interaction, the more it's just like, oh, this guy's.
I think that's where societies are really good because obviously
Yeah.
there's events, for example, like Abacus, we do an event, so then like everyone's invited, and because you're in that environment, it's kind of like, you're forced to like if you go to DIMS and you're not forced to, but then you're going to talk to the person next to you or like on that table to make conversation. Like you don't have to make the event, like you don't have to like organise an event yourself, and that event's really there for you to go to. So I think that's really good for people who are like not as confident to do things.
Yeah, I think you have to just put yourself out there. I know it might be hard even though you're confident, but it does get easier the more you try and put yourself out there and try to do it. And like uni's so big, so there's like a load of people, and like there's bound to be at least one person. That's all you need. That you'll click with.
Yeah, that's true.
Like just put yourself out there. Like even if it's a society that you've never done, or like a group you're not really associated with. Like I'm in Filipino society, but I'm not Filipino. I found some good friends there, like even though I just tried it.
Yeah.
I think if you were to like get involved though with societies, you have to do it at the beginning of the year. So, because I mean, like, past I'd say the first semester, everyone kind of formed their groups already. So it's just
People
like,
find it a lot harder, right?
yeah,
It is hard,
exactly.
but-
You joined late, didn't you, Abacus?
well, I'd say around October.
October,
so
it's
it's
not
not
that
too
late.
late.
Yeah, that's alright still. But if you were to join like, I don't know, like this year,
Second semester.
yeah,
it's
it
always
was a bit
bit
awkward because actually no, I should have mentioned that because of the name, and it's like it's a bit weird.
You have to say their name.
No, because everyone will know who I'm talking about, so it's like
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
Depends on what society you go to as well. Like some societies you can definitely still join much easier in second semester. So like some sports, like for example, some less traditional sports like korfball, ultimate frisbee, like stuff you can pick up quite easily. Like they're more social sports. You can join quite easily. Whereas like maybe with like other bigger societies, it might be hard to break into.
Oh, have you guys heard about like the initiations for big sports?
I've
Yeah.
heard of some.
I've
Experience?
heard of them. I've never had
I haven't-
experience.
I'm not
I had
in a sports
basketball, but
society.
I don't really join the socials and things like that. But I do know they do like crazy stuff. Like, but yeah, I don't.
Did you have to get initiated or whatever?
I didn't go to it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like joining the bar. Like, not that I don't like. I don't know. I just didn't really feel like comfortable joining in with it. Not because I didn't like the people there. Like I do. I've always made like good friends from basketball, but it wasn't just like the bigger group. And the people I usually meet also didn't really like going to the socials and things like that. Yeah, it's just a bit rowdy sometimes, and like I would say that's like
I
I
guess
don't
you
really
don't
too
necessarily.
rowdy.
You might not agree with what they're doing.
You have to be very drunk as
You
well.
shouldn't. You
and
Yeah.
shouldn't
it's
be
like,
forced
like
to do something if you don't.
they need to be very drunk
want
themselves who
Yeah.
actually do the things, and it's just like I
Yeah.
have to be that drunk to get involved in doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's my scene. So it's like, yeah.
And some of the stories I've heard, I don't think they're really safe for work to be
Yeah.
said. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say any of them.
We wanted to
But
stay
yeah.
employed in the future,
Yeah.
so yeah. But was there anything that you guys wanted to bring up in particular? I've been moving my phone. So
I'm
much.
installed League of Legends.
Are you a big gamer?
I used to be, but like I think I've dropped it now because I mean at the same time you do meet a lot of people from playing games. Like I mean, first year I did join Game Society, and like it's basically just a room with everyone's on laptops playing League of Legends or whatever game they want to play.
Yeah.
But like if you sat in your room all the time and someone walks in, it's like, oh, do you want to go get dinner with me or something? And then you're like, oh, I'm in the middle of a league game. It's like, wow, it's kind of awkward,
Just
isn't it?
pause it.
You can't pause the league.
Yeah, I was joking.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, it's got its benefits, and it's that, like, I definitely wouldn't. I'd definitely say like you can meet a lot of friends from playing games like this.
I think gaming is quite good for guys to maintain friendships though, because I know people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like-
you could play when.
When you're away, and then the people like just talk all day long, but like all night and they're just
Yeah.
gaming, and then it's like, because I think, do you find it as like guys, do you find it harder to maintain friendships? Because people,
express.
yeah, people find some guys find it harder to like it's like weird like calling. I've heard that's weird.
Oh, I
calling
call
a guy.
everyone.
Yeah, because I mentioned the other day you were like you said the other day you're like, oh yeah, you like calling people, but
Yeah.
I've heard that like some guys don't like calling on their phone. Apparently it's really weird if you call for like
Yeah.
2 minutes too long.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off. Yeah, because I sometimes I just call my friends like, oh, you can't call me without announcing. It's like,
Oh my god.
what the f?
Yeah, well, and it's like weird if you call them for like longer than an hour kind of thing.
Oh no, I don't think that.
Hours definitely long.
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's what I've
It's
heard.
not
Like,
that long.
I've heard people say like that's really weird for guys just to call like another guy for that long, and it's just like one on one.
Oh,
It's really
right.
weird. Like that's what I've heard.
Is
But I
it?
don't know like. From,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't think I called someone for an hour. To be honest, a guy.
It's quite intimate, isn't it?
I talk for time on the phone with my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite
I talk
interesting.
a lot.
I haven't
Yeah.
done an hour in a while.
I don't text though. That's the thing. Like
You
I don't really do text conversations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I find
So,
it annoying sometimes.
so if you text me and it's like, you'll just as soon as you start texting anything that's like leading to a conversation, you're just gonna get a call. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Was there anything that you guys wanted to bring up in particular? Please say you have something. We still got 20 minutes to fill.
Did you change your perception from like how you thought like in first year of uni, like how you would feel like in third year? Because I think in first year, like you think about your degree and like your job prospects and like your friendships very differently to how you think about them when you're in third year.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you say that they say more or less the same?
I think I value friendships and stuff like that more.
Than you did
I
in
agree.
first year.
Like quality over quantity.
That kind of like like first, second, third year, like in first year and then second year, it's like more like quality friendships than like having like lots of friendships.
Yeah, and I think as you get to third year as well, you realise. Yeah, on top of that, like you're almost graduating, you're getting dumped into the real world. Like you're kind of like shit, you know. You're trying to like embrace it all, you know. Like, make the most of it now. Whereas
Yeah,
in
for
first
sure.
year, you might not have that appreciation.
Yeah, you just expect everyone to be there for you all the time because they're gonna be there. But then after you graduate, it's like these people might not actually be there.
I mean, yeah, definitely, because I mean, obviously, since I've spent the year on industry, so I'm not actually based in Nottingham at the moment, so so I've come to Nottingham like at least like 12 times in the past year.
Yeah.
Do you not feel appreciated? Do you?
Yeah.
Well, no one comes to visit me,
Where
We've
you?
visited.
Birmingham.
We have
Birmingham.
visited you.
so it's not too far, which is
Yeah.
alright. But like, I mean, obviously depends on like if you were to get a placement, if you make any friends over there.
Oh.
but then at the same time, like every week I'm like that I do come back to Nottingham, like I'll try and make the effort to find like all these people who I want to meet up with. And then
Friends.
yeah, but yeah, so
So did that make you
Yeah,
appreciate
definitely.
it more? Because you've had experience of working.
Yeah.
You know that it's difficult to maintain.
yeah, so I know like
Is this camera still on?
yeah, basically it's just like you like trying to contact your friends, say, oh, would you be available to do this, like
Mhm.
and like just seeing who's like willing to make the effort to actually meet up with you and stuff like that.
But it's easy because we're at uni though, so we
Yeah,
can still
so-
like it's not that hard for us to make effort.
Yeah,
Because we
so-
were saying that I think when we're working, it's not like about making. It's got to be a
It's
lot more
hard
effort. It's
to
hard.
meet people.
Yeah,
You
so
don't
it has to
have
be.
time.
Yeah, we don't have time. Yeah,
Mhm.
because like now you have work, but we don't have work, so we can accommodate for you a lot easily. It
Yeah.
doesn't take much effort
Yeah.
for us to like, oh, you'll go for dinner. Like, yeah, that's cool. No
Sometimes even because some of my friends have part times,
problem.
and it's just like even when they're working part time, it's like, oh, I don't have time. I'm
Because
working.
it was a
Oh,
weekend
sorry.
as well, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
Saturday,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
can't meet up.
No, but even like at home, some
Oh.
are doing like apprenticeships.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like, oh, let me call you. Oh, crap, he's at work.
Yeah, but at uni, you just call them thinking that they're
Yeah.
like, at home.
Yeah.
Free, yeah. It's true. It's like you can send a message and they'll probably reply like pretty soon. Whereas like at work, it's
Mhm.
like
You have to
probably
wait.
won't be the case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting. Sometimes.
I have a topic.
Yeah.
All right. If you could give your 18-year-old first year self some advice, what would you give?
18-year-old.
Or 19,
I
however old you
came
were.
to uni at 19.
However old you were.
What would you say?
What would I say?
Speak a bit louder. We can cut this
That's-
like
that-
blank space out if you just.
Well, yeah. Is there anything that you would say to
Yeah.
like first week you or like first
Since-
couple of weeks
since
you?
You're at the end of your
Oh,
first
Yeah.
year.
Wow.
If you could give yourself, yeah.
I don't really change anything in particular because it's like it's just progress in it. But maybe start this YouTube thing a bit earlier, like take it seriously. Because I didn't really care much for it until I was like, oh, you know what? All right, let me actually like try to get a camera, and then 2 cameras later,
Mm.
and then I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad.
I guess a big tip for just everyone is just call home more.
Oh, I don't call home enough.
Yeah.
My mom
Yeah,
doesn't
I
call me
do.
either.
I think I should call home.
How often?
Once they call me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like once every like
I've
Yeah,
I've
cool.
consistently
Once
called home
a
for
month.
3 years, so
Huh?
I've consistently called back, so I don't have that.
My mom never calls me.
Yeah,
'Cause
why
it-
not? But
yeah.
so like I feel like I should initiate the conversation and be like, how are you? How's things going at the moment? It's
Yeah.
like, every
That's
time-
don't know, but
I do
honestly,
that.
like you saying that, that's my problem. People with families always like you say, oh, how are you, how are things? But I don't think that's not really quality. Like then what they're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say,
no,
oh yeah.
not that, but like
things are
you want to
going-
ask them what's going on recently. Like,
Yeah.
have you been doing anything with your time?
I think you should tell your
Have you been doing
you
anything with
should
your
tell
time?
your family about like I don't know how much like your families appreciate, but I think my mom really appreciates me telling her about my friends and like uni things. Like I tell my mom things that I would tell like for example like Klaviyo, for example.
Oh.
I think it's like, you know, they probably appreciate you telling them like you had this like you had your friends do this and this and that kind of thing. I don't know, yeah, because you would tell your friends that, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing I do differently actually is to call home more actually.
Really?
'Cause I'm the second child and the last child in the family to like leave the nest. So I feel like
Second to last child. What?
no, I am the last child. Like as in,
Oh,
like,
right.
I'm the
okay.
youngest
Yeah.
to leave the nest,
Mm-hmm.
and like I feel like it might be a bit lonely for them in some
Oh.
cases, I guess, which is
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Fair
fine. My parents have a dog and my little brother.
So my mum seems to be way
Preoccupied.
more busy than me. My mum goes to like
Mahjong.
Zumba, she goes to yoga, she goes to golf, she works, she
Oh,
does
right.
everything. Like, when I'm at home, she's not at home.
Because you don't have to look after you.
Exactly. She's more busy than I am.
Oh,
I-
wait, go on. You finished what you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say I think I call home about enough. It's like
Oh,
once every
Yeah.
couple of days,
Mm.
3-4 days.
Oh, that's pretty good to be honest.
That is
That's
really
it.
good.
That's pretty good,
Yeah.
For me, it's like once
Really?
once every like month or two.
What the
Month
fuck?
or two.
I
It's
probably-
only 2 months of like 2 semesters, like
Yes,
2 months in a semester.
Let me check my phone history. But it's not often at all, really.
Is it a language barrier? No, I'm just saying, like, would you guys say, I know because you're born, so you're like your Mandarin's fine, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really
I
have
can
like
just
a
chat
language
quite
barrier.
normally, yeah.
Would you say it's a mainly language barrier thing, or?
No, because my parents speak English.
Well, no, but like English not their first language though, so
Yeah,
there's
but
some
they-
things that
yeah,
might
but-
not be as natural for them to say.
No, I wouldn't say they can speak English well enough to talk about things that they like been doing.
Fair enough.
I think with my dad it is. When I can speak to him, there is a language barrier because my Cantonese is awful and his English is awful. So you know, bridging the gap is like hard sometimes. With my mum, it's chill.
Was that a regret Chinese? You say?
That's not.
I mean, that's not a uni thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Regret's a regret though. Nice to share.
I have one other topic I want to bring up actually is like what you do in your summers between uni.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So like internships, for example, is a lot of people start looking for them. But
Mhm.
a lot of like big internships at like say Big Four or any engineering firm or whatever,
Mhm.
they only look at like penultimate year students. So you're looking as someone who's doing a 4-year course, like the
Mhm.
first 2 years have got nothing to do, or theoretically have nothing to do. But
Mhm.
I know, for example, you've done Camp Americamp, sorry, was it? And then I did 1 year where I taught English to Chinese students in China, and then another year I did like a summer school.
Mhm.
So like, and a lot of these things are like really well funded towards students. Like, so I think both of them I didn't actually pay for the actual like program fees. I just paid for the flights and like fees and all the essential things that you need to do. So if you can find stuff like that to do, then I definitely recommend it because like the gap between you finishing your last exam and starting uni again is like 3 months.
Yeah.
So you are like, and a lot of them you can find really easily. So it's just about researching it well enough.
Yeah, I think taking opportunities, doing summer internships and things is a good way to work out what you like and what you don't like. Because some people get to the end of uni and be like, what do I do now? But,
That's
but
not really like a regret.
But like
yeah.
for me, I found what I liked and what I actually want to do in the future through internships.
What do
So
you like?
I want to be a merchandiser, fashion merchandiser.
Fashion merchant. What's that? I'm stupid, so I don't know anything.
Like you just work like fashion companies. They need a merchandiser to sort of analyse buying stocks and
Oh,
things
okay,
like that,
cool.
and I quite like that. So I like
That's
clothes,
interesting,
I like
yeah.
fashion, and they need numerical, like people with numerical
Mhm.
background. So yeah.
Oh damn. I need to
Yeah.
start doing more internships. Would you say like Camp America was worth it? Because they do a lot of Instagram ads, but some of the reviews that I've looked into was just like, oh, the pay's terrible. Like, what?
The pay is terrible, but you don't really go for the pay.
Yeah.
You go for the
Mhm.
experience, and you go for the personal growth as well. You grow quite a lot because you're working with kids and they're alone. You're traveling alone. You travel solo after camp, pretty
Mhm.
much. So I'd say there's a lot of benefits to it. Like,
Because like it's a case of like when else are you gonna go to America unless you're going on a holiday? Like because when you're working, like
Mhm.
you need to think about do I have enough holiday to do it? Do I have enough money to do it? Whereas like you've got a whole summer, and then it's the same with like visas as well. Like applying for a visa is quite expensive, so you're getting given the opportunity to get a sponsored visa.
yeah, there's a lot of transferable skills. That you probably won't get in a traditional workplace.
Do you think? Oh, another question. So would you, if you could go back, would you do a degree or apprenticeship?
Oh,
Like, given the choice, because I'd probably. Oh, yeah, I don't really know, but I'd definitely pick degree apprenticeship over a degree myself.
Yeah.
I think the benefits are different though. I think apprenticeship you get more financial benefits,
Mhm.
but with a degree you get more
Freedom.
like social benefits. Like you meet more people, you have more
Mm.
time to do your own thing before you start your job, I guess. So
It's quite,
it's like different.
Yeah, and like if you do apprenticeship, it's like that's kind of what you're going to be doing,
Yeah.
right? If you don't carry on that one, it's quite difficult for you to like.
Oh,
find
change.
yourself.
You have to
Yeah.
start the
Whereas
bottom.
like if you do a degree, then yeah, like you could still change paths. And it's like I think it's quite hard deciding like what you want to do when you're like 18, like 17, right?
Mm.
I just don't know what I want
so
to
it
do
gives you a
now,
cushion
so-
to like think about what you really want to do. Because like I said with the summer, it's like if you get summer internship at this place and you don't like it, and next summer try this place, and then you think, oh, this is great, and then they offer you a job and set for life. Well, theoretically.
In terms of like, so which one would you recommend? Like, which is I know they're kind of different in terms of experience and it's different for everyone, but would you say, because uni is so expensive now, would you say the apprenticeship route is probably better or?
I would say do an apprenticeship if you know that you want to do what you're applying for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think
For
the thing is like, do you enjoy studying? Because apprenticeship,
Studying.
yeah. Because if you hate studying, then obviously you're choosing to put yourself in an extra 3 years, at least 3 years of studying if you're doing a degree. Whereas apprenticeship, you're learning through doing.
So either way, think about it carefully because you're kind of locked in.
Which one would you have got? Would you guys
Oh.
have picked?
Degree.
If you
I
given the
think
choice?
degree.
Degree?
Degree.
I mean, I don't know, actually, I'm still not sure yet.
Fair
'Cause
enough. I feel like I'll probably go down the apprenticeship route because I just like money.
Fair.
Yeah. Because at uni right now it's actually just too expensive.
It is.
Yeah.
But do you think that really significantly affects your time like at uni? Because I feel like
Oh no, it's not on my mind.
yeah.
Not anymore. It was like for the first couple of months I was just like raw. The lecturers are like just low. I didn't feel like I was getting enough value. But now I feel like it's calm.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
I think it's just because you think about the pay when you pay it back, it's kind of like.
Yeah, it's
It's not-
daunting.
But then it's like I haven't
it's
yet
too
experienced it. I
bad,
don't
you
think it's
know.
too bad when like you start
Yeah.
paying it back. It's like
You don't
it just
even
comes
know,
out. You don't even know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, and like most
I think it's
people don't
okay.
pay it off. Not like I mean, like I'm not saying you won't. I'm saying like
yeah.
most people don't, and it's like it cuts off 30 years, and it's like
Immediately
Fair
anyway.
enough.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah?
I think it's worth it. Like a lot of people say, it's the best 3 years of your life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
Alright, cool.
in LA or California, like 80 grand in dollars isn't much apparently to get by. Even like here, it's 50 grand pretty much, isn't it?
yeah,
So it's quite a lot here, quite a decent amount.
People get paid ridiculous
Yeah.
amounts in America. For being a surgeon, you can get $500,000 a year.
But that's a surgeon.
Mad.
No, because they're privatized healthcare.
Mm.
That's why if you're a doctor, if you do medicine here, just go to the US. Like,
Like, debate about NHS.
No,
I
I don't think we're-
controversial.
I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough.
Yeah, I'm knowledgeable enough anyway,
Anyways, so I think that's probably like us
Tips.
done. You got any more topics?
Can you say tips at the end?
Oh, tips. I feel like we just scattered it throughout. But yeah, tips. Go on. Let's go.
Enjoy the ride.
Yep.
Enjoy the ride. It's gonna be a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Good times, bad times, but you'll come out on top. Say look after your mental and physical health as well. I think mental health is like up there on top priorities, especially like in these years, which like this the endless stigma thing is like becoming a forefront, and I think it's much easier to talk about. And I think right now is the time to like look after your mental health as a priority.
Yeah, I think that's good advice because it's like right now it's like where if you just talk about it with someone that they don't really judge anymore. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
I think it's calm now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, they care little, too little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because because so many people talk about it? It's kind of
Yeah,
like,
because it's just
Oh,
your
it's kind of
information overload, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, alright, cool.
yeah.
Take care of your physical health as well. Watch my dieting videos coming
Be
soon.
healthy.
No, I'm joking. Huh?
No, she said be healthy.
Yeah, definitely eat healthy, man. Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week's video will be... I don't actually know yet, but last week I did a room tour and it's just right here. So yeah, watch that. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye bye.
Peace out.
Oh, thank you. That was stressful.
That was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
First
You
one.
did it
Yeah.
very
It's your
smooth.
first one.
Yeah, man.
We're doing Abacus podcast next year.
Oh my god.
Oh, we could do if my channel's big enough. I could do